Hello everybody, it's Kenshen, and today I am making a very special video for this very special island that belongs to me and my little brother, Chip. So, I'm making this video because AlanCC, the owner of this server, recently announced that by May 1st, SkyBlock Diamond and SkyBlock Emerald will be updated to the latest version, I believe. And with that, that means that all islands will be wiped, everyone will be starting fresh. And it's sort of sad, to hear that news. Even though I haven't played on this server for years, it holds, a lot of memories. So we'll start with a quick history of this island. I started playing the server when I was 11. I'm turning 21 this year. So this island is around 9 or 10 years old. Jesus, that's a long time ago, actually, if you think about it. But, eventually I got my little brother to play as well. And we sort of forgot about it until the pandemic happened. And when the pandemic hit, everyone had a lot of time on their hands. I remembered this server, and we just kept going at it. And then, it caused all these upgrades to our current island. I think the biggest key here, as sort of a remembrance, is our cactus farm. So if you see this like whole pile of glowstone line, that border of glass was the original size of our cactus farm before we logged off and logged back in during the pandemic. So we made that size cactus farm when we were from 11 to 12 years old. And then by the time that the pandemic hit, that's when we expanded all of that and all of this. So actually, if we go over here, there's a map. It's about a third, nearly half our island is just cactus farm. So this is just cactus farm, all of it. And it's crazy how we had so much time on our hands to just make a fucking cactus farm. Can you believe it? But yeah, one of the creations in the server that, at the time I was really proud of finishing, but looking at it now, it's just fucking cactus. But then again, cactus is like the fast money in the server. This one here is the very creative or sort of Pokeball reference that my brother made. Yeah, this is a portal to the Nether. He made all this, this is pretty cool. Um, the all these beacons, my little brother made it, intership made it. And yeah, it gave us a lot of effects. Like here you got speed, strength, and ooh, is that resistance? Yeah, we got resistance and regen. Just right here on this very farm. Which brings me to my next little item to show. We got our farm. So we've got here, we got the trees. Actually, it extends all the way over there. That my little brother made that because he sold potions. Yeah, he sold potions. He made a netherwart farm, and he cleared out everything except for that one little patch over there, which is kind of funny to look at. So yeah, when we left the server for a bit, when we were 11, 12, we got back to it around 2 years later when we were 14. That was during height of the pandemic. So, back then it was just like these 3 plots of land and then like maybe one row of melons. That was a combined thing for the melons and the pumpkin. So, yeah, we were able to expand it, all of this, because we had a food farm. Well, not a food farm, a food shop. Yeah, we had a food shop. So we would just trade like a whole bunch of chests worth of food for items and shit. It was crazy. We got here a tree farm. we have a lot of spruce because spruce is the easiest to cut. It's the cleanest one to cut. That also offered a lot of wood. You know, we also got jungle here, you know, we don't discriminate. It's just that spruce was a lot cleaner to prepare compared to this one. But yeah, you got here. Now, before we proceed to these three, you know, little expansions here, I actually want to go down here. Oh yeah, we got here a little sort of AFK pool. So yeah, it works like a charm. You just stay here. Yeah, it works. Absolutely works. Now, yeah, here, AFK place. I am tired of flying around. You can see here, cactuses. Just a bunch of cactuses. Now, this little blank area is one of our very OG builds, actually. This used to be our mob farm, believe it or not. So what we do here actually was we had a sort of path here, as you can see. Yeah. So back then, before we built the cactus farm, before we expanded it all the way, you know, wherever that second layer of ice is, that's I believe that's the border of the previous size. But back then, what we would do was sort of, we had a little path here that came all the way from up here, and then, you know, we'd go down here, and we'd go down here all the way over here, and then the door would be through here. But we decided to patch that up. We decided to patch that up because we didn't really feel the need to put our mob farm here. We decided to put it way down low. As you can see here, these set of stairs, you know, this was the little project that me and my little brother had. Yeah, we could just fall down here and not get any damage. I don't know. The perks of being a donator rank. So this here was our new mob farm. So we just put it at a totally lower area where it's a lot quieter and mobs were more, you know, mobs spawn a lot more here. And we have your little dirt house so that, you know, you could just AFK here and then just go out and just go rah. It's just fucking, it holds a lot of memories. This is pretty fun. And yeah, let's see what's up here. Oh, I like cookies. If you ask nicely, I might give you one. I think I put that sign because I remember playing the server. My food of choice was either carrots or cookies. And yeah, here we got a bunch of stuff here, just sort of like in between floors. We put a bunch of private chests here previously, but now it's not really that much. And here is our storage system. So it covers a lot of things. So we got here miscellaneous, pots, armor, tools related, food related, mob related, ores, and blocks. So this is pretty fun. We had a lot of fun making this, mostly me, because I was the one that did the initiative to do this. But I don't know, I'm not the most creative person around. You know, between me and Intership, I was the more logical one, while well, not logical in the sense that, you know, he didn't have any brains, but logical in the sense that I always found ways for us to make money on the server, while he was the one that had the creative liberties. So this is our little furnace here. You know, you just smell a bunch of stuff. I don't know why there's a lot of stone here. I think they were making stone bricks or something. But yeah, as you can see here, you know, there are a bunch of rails here. This was a failed attempt to make an automated how do you call that? Automated rail system sort of thing. Yeah, it was a failed attempt, but then I didn't want to have to break stuff, so I just sort of left it there. But yeah, what we do is just, you know, put the stuff here, put the coal in, and then the products would just show up here. So yeah, you got here fuel for furnace, don't be greedy. A bunch of charcoal. That's actually the reason why we had a lot of spruce upstairs on the tree farm. This one here is an expansion by the time that I got donator rank. you know, we had this idea to improve the island level, and the island level can be improved by putting a bunch of diamond blocks, just any ores, not like not specific ores. So yeah, we had like diamond here, and here's gold. Gold, we had a lot of gold. We also had a lot of iron, and then we got what is this? Redstone, and then we just sort of put here all the way down here the lapis, and this lapis is, I believe, the island border already. So if we just go down, yep, this is already like 0, y0 for the island. So yeah, let's just go back up here. And what is this? Magic door. Ah yes, fucking magic door for no fucking reason. I like to put a bunch of Easter eggs here, but there's so many, I don't even know if I remember where all of them are. Let's just go back up here. I believe that one. Yep. That's a magic. That's a special secret. What is this? Congratulations, you read the sign. Ask Kendrick for 1 cookie. What the fuck? That was weird shit back then. But yeah. Now let's move on to this one. This building is very tall because back then I had an idea to make some sort of like dropper level while at the same time sort of put shops on different floors. So yeah, as you can see there were already floors that were established, but you know, the project just sort of died out as soon as normal life came along. Let's see here. This is the new shop. So here, yeah, you can see there I sold food, and I would buy ores from people. And yeah, I also sold armor here. These are like protection for armor. While my brother sold potions and that stuff. Just like ingredients for making potions as well. Here our new enchantment table. So if you actually see from earlier, there's like this sort of book there. That's where we had our enchantment table before. And that brewing stand, that's where my little brother currently, well, used to brew stuff. And yeah, eventually we just sort of transferred all these things back in here. We got here a bunch of cool banners. This is, I believe, one summer set. Yeah, this is like a summer special set. I forgot what you call the ones with like perks or something, but I forgot what it was. This one, yeah, it's just ordinary summer ethereals and summer boots. What's it? Yeah, Christmas helmet from 2020. It's that old. Holy shit. That'd be like 6 years ago. Holy fuck. Damn. How old. So yeah, I basically got back into the server at the height of the pandemic. And then here we got a bunch of different event armor and their respective basic armor. So here we got a summer helmet, summer chest plate, summer leggings, and summer boots, as well as the bunny boots. So these, if you wear them, actually, let me just demonstrate. If you wear them, you jump high. Like, let's go here where the clearance might be a bit better. But yeah, you can jump high. Check it out. Just jump so high. Literal bunny boots. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, you just look like you're flying at that point. Yeah, you got jump boost 4. Absolutely insane. So yeah, let's just put that right there. And then up here we've got this sort of little election thing. I remember this. Vote for Burnix, vote for Beastar, vote for Anubis. Because we had some sort of election. I don't remember why we had an election, but that happened. And then this one was one of my sort of final projects before I started to, you know, not come back to the server because of life. after COVID. So this was inspired by Gamster's escape room. I remember this very clearly because I really enjoyed parkour, and I played a lot of it on Gamster. So yeah, these are like heavily inspired, but as in it's insane. Yeah, yeah. And then we go up here. We got a bunch of beacons. I don't remember what those are. But up here, this is my very last project that I sort of stopped because, again, life happened after COVID. So this was a secondary storage room that we made because all the chests in the storage room downstairs were just full. We had a bunch of chests needed to be tucked away, so yeah, we made all that. There isn't really a lot to this server anymore, you know. Sometimes I just come here every once in a while for nostalgia's sake. But other than that, shit. Even though I haven't played this server in ages, I it's just sad to see go, you know. But yeah, that's it from me. Um, there was always going to be a time, you know, I always had that in mind, like, you know, if this server is gonna like shut down or if the island's gonna be wiped. At the time I didn't really think much of it, but now that it's actually happening, I actually think it's kind of sad. But what can we do about it, you know? Oh well. So that'll be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.